Lab Recruiter, Battlecry shuffle 3 copies of a friendly minion into your deck, 2 mana 3/2. Okay, it's interesting, you can put it into Miracle Rogue as a one-off and copy your Spooters, Falderay Striders. It will essentially give you extra 24 for 0 mana if it comes down to fatigue, and you can also just play it like as a combo enabler. It has nothing, like, stats are good, right? Against Priest, 3/2 is very good. You can play it for tempo sometimes. I think it's fun to play it in Miracle as a one-off already. But maybe it has more implications with new decks to come. Say you're playing Paga Chopper deck, you can shuffle Paga Choppers and then just hop into your opponent multiple times, like get him with 2 mana 10/10s. I don't know if Paga Hopper deck will be viable, so maybe you shouldn't consider this. Paga Hopper meta. No, imagine like look at this card, guys. Imagine a meta where this deck is tier 1 and it just kills everybody, right? And people are complaining, Blizzard, please nerf, I can't ladder and I'm getting hopped by Pagos. It's a nightmare. I don't know. It's an interesting card, right? Like, I'll just give it 3 stars for potential, and because it's useful immediately already. Get Pago hopped son. I know, right? Wild Haze, 3 mana, add 2 random death roll cards to your hand. But why? This is 1 star. Crazed Chemist, 5 mana 4/4, combo, give a friendly minion +4 attack. I think Scalehide is just better, right? This card needs to be comboed and then you get Cold Blood effect. I think it's 1 star. Let's compare it to Vilespine Slayer. Vilespine Slayer has 1 less attack and it has Assassinate attached to it. This card has a Cold Blood attached to it. Like, I don't think it's so good, right? I think Assassinate is just slightly more expensive card compared to Cold Blood. Pogo Hopper, Battlecry, gain +2/+2 for each other Pogo Hopper you played this game. Okay, so how do we build a deck around Pogo Hopper? I assume you want to play Lab Recruiters, right? So have 2 of those. Then you have Pogo Hoppers, and then you want to play Augmented Alec. Whenever you shuffle a card into a deck, shuffle an extra copy. Also you want to play Zola to bounce extra Pogo Hoppers, so you can Shadow Step the Pogo Hopper. It sounds like a quest rogue to me. If only it had charge, you know, at least rush. Yeah, probably won't see any play, right? It's too difficult to pull it off. Lab Recruiter doesn't even help you. You want to add minions into your hand. You will be always limited, right? Like, you can shuffle those, but you can just Shadow Step and bounce with Brewmasters your Pogo Hoppers, right? But eventually you will have to play, however big it will be, you will have to play it. Let's say it's a 12/12, right? If your opponent can just kill it, all your effort is just to not, like, you're just gone, right? Like, you're spending your mana, making your Pogo Hopper big, and then you still have to draw it, right? What if you just don't draw it? 1.5 star, I can give it more, really. I don't think it will be playable. Necron Blade, 3 mana 3/2, Death Rattle trigger the Death Rattle of a random friendly minion. So it's like Fireworks that line, or Dagger plus Deadly Poison. You can run Cavern Shiny Finder to draw a weapon, so you can get this one very, very reliably. So, OTK, how do we do it? Let's say we have Malygos in hand. You play Cobalt Illusionist, then you play Necron Vial on it, you get double Malygos. Then you hit with Necron Blade, you get 3rd Malygos. And then you do like Sinister Strike, Prep Eviscerate. It does 37 damage. And then you wake up from your dream. I mean, it's possible, right? Again, not very reliable. It's like, you have to assemble a lot of combo pieces to make it work. And many decks can get above 30 life easily. I don't think it's worth, like, Necron Vial outside of it. Like, combo decks are only good if you can use those combo pieces separately against aggro. Then it's decent. It becomes a decent combo deck, right? It's like Shadowrock Shaman. Shadowrock Shaman can use almost any combo piece separately from the main combo, and it's getting some value from it. Like, even Life Drinker, right? It's a 3/3 body, you can play it semi-early and it heals you. You can also do Cube Death Rattle Rogue. There's also this Blight Noodle Crawler, which is also actually a very interesting minion. Death Rattle summon a 1/1 ooze with poisonous and rush. So say you play Necron Vial, Death Rattle Rogue, and then your curve is like Necron Blade into Crawler, right? So you can blade down a minion and then you hit something else with your blade. You get a 1/1 ooze with poisonous and rush after you trigger the Death Rattle from the weapon. So this kills something else. Board is basically empty and you also have a 2/4 on the board. You've taken some damage from Necron Blade and the board presence itself, but you end up being with the board control yourself. And then you can cube your crawler, you can do something else. I mean, it's interesting, right? In the wild, you can use your Necron Blade to trigger Aya and Jade Swarmer to get extra Jades, which is also very good. Card is certainly interesting. I'm not sure if it will make into a playable archetype, though. I won't rate it high. Let's give Necron Blade 3 stars. Seems like an interesting card. Blight Nozzle Crawler, 4 mana to 4 mech, that rattle summon at 1/1 ooze with poisonous and rush. I think this is good. It's very good against aggro. 2/4 is enough in most cases to trade into something at least. And then you get 1/1 ooze with poisonous to charge into something. It's very bad if you look at it from aggressive side of the, because it does go face only for 2. If your opponent dictates a trait on it, you can also get value from killing 1/1 ooze, say with hero power or a weapon. It does have synergy with Necron Blade. I assume it belongs to the same deck. Let's give it 2 stars. 2.5. 2.5 is fine. Academic Espionage. Shuffle 10 cards from your opponent's class into your deck. They cost 1, 4 mana. From your opponent's class, sorry. Okay, so you spend 4 mana and you don't get anything immediately. I've played Renounced Darkness Warlock quite a bit, and it does kind of same. It makes your deck become random spells from your opponent's class and makes them cheaper. You spend 2 mana and you replace your hero power. It wasn't so good, really. In so many cards which are cheap in class, right? Like if you're getting random cards, they're more likely to be cheaper than expensive. Like Druid can have some good ones, but like you shouldn't really take a look at counter cases. In most cases, you'll be getting like 2 mana cards for 1 mana, 3 mana cards for 1 mana, and you have to pay 4 mana to play this Academic Espionage card. Like it's not even 100% you'll be drawing those discounted cards yourself, right? How can you combo it? You can play Myra's Unstable Element and then Espionage, but you basically have to end the game with those cards. And it's random. You might just get no value from it. You might get cards which aren't very good, aren't very synergetic with your deck idea. Say you're playing Miracle, you just want to kill your opponent, right? So you're looking for Burst. And say you're playing against Shaman, you play Academic Espionage and you get like 10 Volcanoes shuffle into your deck. Well, cool, you can kill your own minions. Congrats. You can do it in a very efficient way, actually. By paying only 1 mana. Or you can get Bloodlust. Meme deck with Myra, Tess and Lab Recruiter. I mean, memes, they're good, but if you want to be winning, I don't think this deck belongs to such deck. This card belongs to such deck. Mill Rogue. You play it after you join your entire deck with Miracle. After joining your entire deck with Miracle, you just play Lab Recruiter on Faldoray Strider, and you get extra. You get 0 mana 12/12. Right, I think that's better than shuffling random cards into your deck, right? So Lab Recruiter is just better if you're thinking about fatigue. Hobo Hopper. Interesting card. I don't think it will see much play though. I'll give it 1.5 star. I was hyped about it as well, but thinking about it a little bit more, I think it's not so good. Necron Vial. 5 mana, trigger friendly minions death rattle twice. So it's like play dead, but it triggers twice. Yeah, we're thinking about OTK with it. But if OTK doesn't work, this card is useless. It's overpriced. 1.5 star. Myra's Unstable Element. 5 mana, draw the rest of your deck. Mechathon? I don't think so. I think it's more for like Miracle Rogue. You can play this in Miracle and cut 1 Auctioneer. Then say you have 8 cards left, you just play Myra's Unstable Element. Do you really need it? That's the question. You can just easily cycle through with Auctioneers. Yes, you can Academic Espionage after playing Myra's Unstable Element, and then you do nothing for 9 mana, and it doesn't even win you the game. I don't see where it belongs. You probably don't want to play this in Miracle, because you want tempo plays, be in Miracle. Doesn't do anything against aggro. You don't want to play this card until you've cycled, until you have like 8 cards left in your deck. And it's generally bad to have such cards, right? Like, if this is unplayable until you have 8 cards in your deck, even if it's very powerful afterwards, I don't think I want to play this card anyway. Let's give it 2 stars, I don't know, maybe somebody finds a way to play. Only for Mechathun combo? Guys, you don't... How do you want to use it with Mechathun? You need to have no cards neither in your deck nor in your hand. And if you play Myra's Unstable Element, you will have a full hand afterwards, and you'll be taking fatigue immediately. Forget about Mechathun. Maybe only Druid. I don't think a Rogue can use Mechathun. Myra Rotspring, 5 mana 4/2, Battlecry, discover. Death Rattle minion also gain its Death Rattle. It would have been pretty good in Jade Rogue, I guess. I think it's not good. You can run Death Rattle Rogue with Myra Rotspring, but the 5 mana 4/2 is just very understated. There was Xariel Poison Mind. Very similar card. It gives you double Toxin. And Toxins, they're kind of a cards, but not really. Well, I think Xariel was better than this card, because 1 mana cards for the Rogue, you can combo your stuff off of them. Like, Rogue just can't play 5 mana 4/2. It just a huge tempo loss. You discover a Death Rattle minion and gain its Death Rattle, right? Yes, there are some crazy Death Rattles, but there are really few of them. It's very unlikely to get it. It's also possible you discover like Tickling Abomination, Rotting Rascal, and I don't know, Abomination when you when you have a full board of minions. I would want to see that. But it's always a surprise, right? Or will you see what you get? Will your opponent see? I can imagine you kill this 4/2 like Monka S and everything, and then you just Tickling Abomination and Death Rattle and kills your opponent's board. Phew, easy. I don't know, I think it's bad. I'll give it 2 stars. What if you Myra into Myra Death Rattle?